Morning, good afternoon, good evening, good day. It's your boy Max, and we're here with another podcast. I want to first and foremost use the opportunity to apologize. It's been 2 months since I posted my last episode, and I knew that time I told you that I'll be more consistent. But from today henceforth, I use pledge things to pledge that I'm going to be consistent from henceforth. It's been a while. A lot of people have asked me when I'm posting, when's the next episode coming out. But I want to give God glory that I took the time this Sunday, and this is actually the most busy, or let's say the busiest week since I came to school that I'm doing this. So, yeah, let's just begin. Okay, so basically, this evening we're going to be talking about. Okay, before we do that, let's introduce our guests and they'll tell us a little bit about themselves. We have celebrities amongst. What is celebrity amongst us? He's a fashion icon. A big fashion icon. A big fashion icon in Coronation University. He's an influencer for Christ fashion. All right.
You might know him, Abba Style.
Abba Style.
Check him out.
Check him out on Instagram. His name is Japhet. Japhet Joe. All right, Japhet, let's hear from you.
Hi guys, good day. You don't mind this boy. But yeah, my name is Japhet. My friends call me Japhet Joe. Actually, so if I'm an aspiring fashion influencer, I just started, but then again, I don't know where this one's got icon from, but okay, money. But yes, I do represent, Christ in the fashion space, and yeah, I'm a devoted believer. I'm in 500 level mechanical engineering, Commonwealth University, and yeah, that's basically it.
All right. Our second guest for today is also one of our roommates. I mentioned the fashion stylist is my roommate. Our second guest for the day is also one of our roommates. He is also a fashion guy, maybe not as loud as Japhet, but he's also a singer. Well, we have to give respect to whom respect is due. I'm sorry about
At all. Good day, everyone, wherever you are listening to this podcast. My name is Oreva, and yeah, 500 level computer engineering. I'm actually Maxwell's classmates and roommates. I wouldn't say I'm a fashion icon like Japhet. I'm just a regular person living life through the help of the Holy Spirit.
Yeah, it's liable.
And going through my day, just being myself, hyping my friends, and yeah, living life. So let's get it.
Okay, before we begin, we just like to talk about how's like 500 level B. Well, just using 500 level P. So how is 500 level B for you? Let's start with fashion icon.
It's more or less like coming to school. The hardest part was okay. Let me just find balance, like like school, duty, responsibility, and whatnot, and then also trying. Also, my goals for self-development, which to the glory of God, and by the help of the Spirit of God, I've been so far so good. Well, I'm alive, sharp. So I think it's okay.
Okay. All right. Well, what's you?
Well, the 500 level is entirely new. I can't even lie. Something they won't tell you when you go on internship is that when you come back, it's so different. You spend 6 months away from school, and maybe in the happiest place or not, who knows? But me, I really enjoyed my internship. Coming back was new, and when you come back, all eyes are on you. Oh yeah, 500 level, do this. Yeah, 500 level, you're supposed to be like this. You're supposed to be like that. So yeah, I came back with a lot of motivation, with a lot of ambition, a lot of dedication to who I want to become, and yeah, so it's good.
Okay, I think everybody was updated during my internship, so that's not waste time. Nowadays was really good. I think even from the beginning of my 500 level, we did our defense. Defense was actually really good. That was like the story for another day. Defense was really good. Everything was really good. I really just was thanking God for everything. I think 500 was really, I don't want to call it a culture shock, but let's just call it culture shock. We'll have a different episode, but that's differently. But today, we're going to be talking about a specific, let's say, thread that dropped while one of us were in internship. Name of the thread. And I'm sure all of us have seen it, and all of us have already commented on it. What tea-related opinion would give you like this? Basically, like, what kind of opinion would
put the sword to the neck?
Yeah, basically, if we push it to the sword. And, guys, give a shout out to Adam, but I see you. It's from their page where I'm viewing this. So we're going to be taking turns talking about this quick run through. What I was able to do every day, I think there are like 70 opinions. We actually can't do one of them in one episode. or just keep going, and then anyone that sees like it's worth it to talk about it. So the first one, I think before we started recording, we had this talk about this. We'll just go. The biggest thing CU has to offer is not academic prowess, it's strategic audacity. CU alumni don't carve paths for themselves because they are better than the rest. They just have an insane entitlement backed by serious audacity. I think I'll start by saying the human being that actually read this has serious audacity. So I'm what I say is both hard. Let's give it back.
I would actually suspect if this person is a student of scene, first of all, because
I feel like this thing culturally. It sounds like wondering
for styles of jealousy, like,
Well, like, okay, but in my opinion, like, listen, this refusal always tell me, I feel like this opinion is valid, but it's
irrelevant. It's irrelevant.
Because the alumni, the first alumni that comes to my head now, because the first alumni that comes to my head is, like Pastor Iren, like people who have ghosts to meet the Mishala on Instagram, not just Pastor literature. Is this from political theology? It's past grinding. So that's like okay. Anyway, so knowing people like that, multiple businesses, the owner of Cheese Fashion, multiple businesses, Windows Multi-Jollof, and they're trying to tell me that CU graduates don't carry path for themselves. The owner of Get Stuff, one of the most popular, Christian, clothing brand in the country, is a being graduate. The point exactly is I just can't find it. So like I think we should all go.
And I really don't understand the person's motive, because every CU student knows that the reason why they succeed so much, the reason why our alumni succeed so much, in my opinion, is because you know the potential this place has to boost your career path, but you actually don't get it until you go outside. It's just your ambition and your drive. It's like, oh, I could have gotten this here, but I can't just let this dream die. So I need to get it by all means necessary. Everybody just goes out and then does their own thing. And by the grace of God, we have the blessings of Papa. It taps. So yeah.
Okay, we're going to skip through. Any lady studying chemical engineering is automatically the beautiful lady in CU. I will start by saying that is cow.
That is
What trend? Then I'll count because I do some work with that.
that's a stereotype I do even like.
Because that is not true. If we're talking about amongst engineering, they will raise them highly. I think chemical engineering in most levels,
it's not particularly about how fine. It's just the number.
Yeah, just the know about
There are a lot of those departments, so automatically.
chemical engineering is, I don't know, like women
it's about like it's not just about like number of girls. Like I said, like chemical engineering girls are usually fine. So I think like no. Let's do like this
Track record, they have track record.
they have evidence. Evidence in my video is just like
Now saying you are elite.
what you about street fighters. Girls are
yeah, and
and it's not shit girls, but like also has no has many girls. Where I wish
What is cruising around?
okay,
yeah,
Then it's like, let's say there are 60 boys, there are 40 girls. There are 20 girls, there are 89 boys. How now? So
no, like you understand. Actually, boys are actually very distracted by the numbers. When you see the number of girls in chemical engineering, you hardly even know chemical engineering boys. How many people know chem engineering boys? You would just automatically think this guy's in pet.
yeah,
That's what comes to my mind. Not that he's in chem, he's in pet.
alright, just do it so they together.
That
And see,
you girls at the yeah, I understand. But when you think about it, girls are in chem,
yeah,
boys are in pen.
I think you know more chemical engineering girls and you know more petroleum
Boy,
I think like the start episode in naturally developed in my head just got in school is kind of rumble. Saying because you're in the department, research also was behind.
Okay, next one. The good number of complaints you all have about the school is just due to laziness. Go to other schools and see life. Personally, I agree and I don't agree.
yeah, I'm gonna say the apple.
Something like Chapel. I think 100 level, that's fair because you just came. 200 level, let's say you are just struggling to adapt. 300 level, come on, grass is green. Like at this point, it's something that you should just, it's something that should be a part of
Apple is air, grass, green.
like I beg you that you get like something you shouldn't really complain about and
Like, just be used to it.
get used to it. Well, if you just came, it could be stressful. It could be like, oh, why is it? I think this is not the era of when everybody thought job was serious.
Yeah.
So when job was serious, and you have to wake up 5:30 a.m.
Yeah,
This one, everybody knows that.
so his job, his ass, yeah, just
You know, is that 5:30 you go to run just and then pass. You get what I'm saying? So yeah.
In my opinion about this one, yeah, I'm also Am I divided? Am I divided?
Yeah, I'm actually fully divided again. A good number of the complaints you all have about the school is just due to business, into other schools.
I wouldn't say a good number. I wouldn't say a good number.
I would say a few of the
That I think the good number is correct because the way I very intentionally chose to see then I didn't know about the after development I did thing. I just choose it because like I tried choosing chat very intentionally. So when I go here and then the benefits and the everything. There's some complaints that if everybody in the school complains about this thing is as valid. Like one of the complaints that even though I'm going to for the fact that it's a day, sometimes I still complain about these no phones. You know what annoying it is that your EIE, your friend is in your home and you just so quickly text them and then like you're like there's something like your Wi-Fi or Wi-Fi is not working or you don't have a login. So that phone
That thing causes me like, or at least Wi-Fi. The most annoying thing is when the Wi-Fi is not working.
boys there. Yeah, that was the day. Yeah.
Okay, I've accepted it. No phones. Like I'll be say, but grow up. I didn't get a phone until like 16. So
Yeah, actually, too. It used to know about my brother.
we used to not having like a phone.
I was on this level. Back when I was like I think 8 years old.
I know. I know I'm the last one, so like getting a phone wasn't really like a thing for me. I always had my siblings' phones to play around, and I was in secondary school then. So when I came to school, like not having a phone was okay for me. Yeah, my own is that okay, the Wi-Fi
Should now be very soon.
working, like let it be solid.
So it's not like when it is the thing where everybody complains about some certain rules that we can all do that. At some point in time, we're saying that, but to now build the school of thought that there are a very large number of rules that are not okay to do this. I'm really not that school of.
Yes. I think I was two things I'll talk about. I think the first thing I can also remind is sometimes I have a friend, Arose, everybody knows Arose. And I think Arose imbibed something to me that I just read. Some people will, your problem is not like the rule, your problem is just authority. Because some people, you just don't like that somebody's ruling over you. And then somebody says something and then you're already like angry or something. I'm like, it's not that. Like the ID card thing. Some people don't like when ID card is fake, but they just say this will make people like hurry and people. See, when they catch somebody for ID card and they say they're good, I'm like, to be honest, that's your fault. Like that one is not even a rule that it's not really not hard.
Hang it down for
You can't just forget. Like all that is not there. Get
like
some rules win. Some rules are okay, something like your trousers. Like to me, excessively jumpy trousers is even an issue to start with.
like it's actually ugly. Like
But then no tweet, take it like this. Like Sean, I look at you and I'm like, this is your fault. Like this is not a problem. Like serious being excessive. This is Japhet condoms. Keep quiet. It is easier to close your mouth than to open it. I think that one is very well. And if you need to close your mouth, yes.
But there it's even been said before on numerous occasions, you could even just sleep in the service. The best anybody's going to sleep. People are going to try and wake you because you know that you're missing on something. So you're like, it's just a helpful, like, doing something. Well, I but let's sleep better than so.
And I know this is bad. And something else about that. You know that jumpy trouser rule.
Yes. There are certain rules in the dressing space that me personally, I'm just like, why can't you just have this? Like when I went on IT, I made the video like, God, see, why can't my hair just be like this? Like I went corporate church, I went tie that there, I just short. I really, like I was missing school, I just miss corporate dressing. So I won't my sugar shoes that day, I just dress corporate sugar, corporate casual, I put it on a season, but you stress my name.
yeah.
But by full way, I'm like, this guy was meant to be. So that's sort of thing where there's certain rules where, well, normally they can't be permissible, but then here it's not always permissible, so not like, like it's.
Yeah, that thing is also understandable.
I
Like
think everybody has their way.
everyone with your hairstyle, everyone's in your hairstyle, but don't do anything so it's like don't like Barbie drag on your head. No, that one is too weird. But like to keep your length of hair is allowed. Okay, don't do dreads. Okay, understandable.
Yeah.
Like twists, mini, like
About the first thing, I think I was talking to my sister about this kind of thing. And to be honest, you will see people, Valentine's Day, people save up, Gary for weeks. If we had phones, the oppression would be too much. Because I understand, even as we are now, there is oppression. Because somebody like Japhet carrying iPads. Yeah, like we're doing and you see somebody going to the story I was carrying while we just at least no, that loud is out about me. All the things you do without is allowed. You get if you don't know man who's strong like Oreva.
No, guys, I am a man of. When I say that I am my own man, like
If you heard about me, I'm just like, I feel like one of the gifts of being over strength is like being like roommates is 100. Numbers what I got is you will learn to not. You will learn paper like he's so immune to peer pressure that
Yeah.
for him.
Yeah.
Exactly what I think he doesn't give to. He doesn't give to.
Like, and like that's like my point. But some people that are not like Oreva now, you see your friend carry iPhone 14. It's just iPhone 15 that just came out. It will be choking.
I promise
If you get, and you now so somebody not to let me airdrop you, you now pull out your work. You can't understand. They're like, no, it's like, I want to say, you know, so it was like, shopping slap that, not a thing. You know, you have to I mean, you know, I rich. Well, they don't time it. You know, this new iPhone thing where you tap your phone and thing.
yeah,
You like that? We're pretty good. It sucks.
you know, I know when I in another level, that never reminds me. Sorry to diverge you on another level. So another level here, we're just getting to know people, or just getting to know people. So like I was talking to this girl then, I think she liked me of some sort, also. So like we started talking, I was telling her about myself, she was telling me about like herself. And then she asked me one question that I found very strange. And it was out of nowhere. This is somebody you're getting to know. It's like simple, I just learned your name, or I just learned where you're from and all these things. She just asked me, what phone are you using?
Yeah.
Serious, like with a bold straight face. Like
This is a good word. You came out to us alone. If you out us also, why don't
I said Samsung, bro. Do you know how our demeanor changed when like
I know what I could you do?
I can't mention her name on this podcast. You were
Very
funny. It
very
was funny.
Okay, we're going to move this next one. Okay, no, I'm not talking about this. All right, COE girls are the best in riz, composure, grace, beauty, everything. Don't bother arguing. When there was some though, I've left the group chat because I think everybody already knows my stance on this. And I'll keep saying the thing. EM girls are bros. They're my bros. And I don't talk about my bros. I leave them alone. Now, specifically EI girls. Big ups, bro. Honestly, big ups.
Let me tell you something. So, as an example, it's very easy for us to get very over casualized and female first. But the ones that I have, like the ones that when like that come to mind, I think all my female friends like my course. I think all of them. They are all solid in price. Leave that part. They are hot kicks in that.
No.
Solid in price. Doing well in school. Balance. When I say beautiful, I don't mean beautiful on the they have goodies and baddies. I mean beautiful on the daily basis. This is on the school where makeup level allowed to class. Or in the game guys and the sharks. They don't look like their problem. It's a matter among themselves. So no. I'm not an criticism, but don't calm down.
I'm not telling you putting an effort you can notice. Like, have you seen it?
They are actually.
I'm interested. Hold on. Calm down. You need to help.
Without the my guys,
Need to jump going. Yeah,
I can't people on their level. Calm down. I'll pay my
accounting has its place, right? Accounting as a course, not even as a department.
No, I'm specifically thinking that accounts for the with an arm out there. I'm paying my and that's
I don't know.
so this is what I'm saying. I'm not saying like that. Like me, I'm defending my guys that I know.
Mm-hmm.
I agree to that claim that everything that was said, they have it, all of them. All.
Let me really the friend that I have both said all read and then composure and then reading and then I'll take it brains 100%. I actually this one engineering girls 100 to 500. I give it like the ones that I know personally and the one that I just vibe with. I give it brains. Yeah, they're brains. No, I mean I can't.
Start.
Brains. The ones that I have. Let me portion. I don't want to really go beauty because I'm a friend of I'm a first one of the school of finance is beauty subjective.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, I'll tell you the level of beauty is subjective. Beauty itself is not subjective. You either find it at all. Period. Well, the level of beauty is subjective.
Okay.
But I think dressing wise, 100% they're good. Or dread. So you see the reason all dread. Or they get rolling in that's like
a race thing, yeah.
Or the people that you know, what that me I know, the habits.
Risks?
The words that me I know.
I know you girls be rumors.
No, holy.
I'll teach you right back that for those teachers.
You know. I mean, okay.
I think that. I think that everybody covers risk to that. You don't know audacity or research. You can have audacity and say absolute nonsense. Like you hear girls speaking, like you're copying music. Like if not that, to be honest, some boys are just sad. Like they are really low class sad guys, and they just like any girl that comes to them, you obviously just vibe.
Oh, calm down now. Calm down now.
Like to be honest, how will you have 100% like how do you have 0% feel rates? Like that's just sad. How does a girl have 0% feel? It's not possible. Even 7% girls they feel like that's saying even as do the shit like that. But like no, but relax.
Feel rates, sir. You don't expect them to feel because majority of us we are brought up to not be really chased or sought after. So when the slightest, clearly they are not expected to feel.
Well, like people
wrong me, shall you feel, but
hey, like I'm just go out of guys right. I've never been the guy 40% success rate. It's not possible. It's not possible. Like, unless you really shut up and say you go honest, I'm ambitious enough. Exactly. No, wait. Yes, what I did is tell me about ambitious.
Wait, what do you mean my feel rates? As like I wanted the girl and I did not get me.
Yeah, basically.
I have 400%.
How many ambitious? So when I say short, you short like okay, whatever. I've not me. Or look, relax. Wherever, chill. Let me define. Shaking my head, guys. Let me do right person that is. Okay, now it's not just like okay, I want this girl. Like okay, you tried, all right. You did this. Even if you tried the first time, you did this. It's still there with intent.
Sir, I have
100%.
Yo, before I even came to this school, let me tell my school of thought. My school of thought is I don't shoot unless I know you're already interested.
Then it's not really furious.
It's like premeditated. Like
when I start to jump from the jump, like from jump, you look at this beam, you see how they're like, okay,
do me like as in at first approach.
Yes. It's not something it's not premeditated that I do. What I've not got, I haven't really got a build up. Do record. It's not a build up. It's straight. Like it's not a build up. Like it's straight.
And they try.
Then when I had audacity, because I had audacity when I was younger, I would say now that I'm wiser. I'm not thought with my actions. But then when I had audacity, bro, I used to get thrown left and right. But I keep going up, like up there. I see a fine girl. I'll approach fast. In my top of my head, I go to a final girl, approach again with the same tactic, bro. It has to hit at least once.
I mean, those days were hold on. Okay, this is excessive. I'm very new because I did therapy for it. What I did, you dare 50 girls get it, you should realize how. I was like,
you going now?
You going? We go on. I'm confused. Yeah, clear all one now. Oh my God, all messages. It was actually by.
Well, okay. Let me reevaluate my success rate. I will not call this. I won't say I failed. It's just that one I stammered for. That was all. And let me explain.
She's like,
I got IG and now. We still. Are you playing? Come on now. So I am still backing my claim that I have 100% success rate.
Yeah, Jerry,
no problem.
Okay, we'll move on to the next one. This one is one that's been backing the show for a very long time. Because Yamarita is everybody I can they are everybody. What's the one? Everybody. No, everybody knows. I'm gonna start. Wait, let me start. I have been known, very known. It's not something I hide. I've been known how they vendetta against Yamarita. You know the problem is that it's not bad. Okay, the problem is that it actually tastes. I've tasted Yamarita before, right? But the reason why I swore off Yamarita, two things. Yeah, just saying me. Shit. Like the hype annoys me. Like the hype is evident to a lot of people every day. Like since I came to this 4 years,
Yamarita just like
what? No, one wolf, something. Very fights. No, hold on. What had been more? I was scared waffle. I would say waffle has stole.
Before choice scheme, let me explain. Before choice scheme
was your radar. Won't you move it? Homo do lie.
You know the thing with Yamarita.
Yeah. We have seen what
You know the thing with Yamarita, right?
You tell choice waffle. People see the line and they go. People see Yamarita line and I help me.
What even annoys me about Yamarita the most is that with waffles here, I eat waffles, right? But I don't eat Yamarita. I can see a line and just be like, no, I won't want to do it. That whole I won't eat waffles today has cancelled that day for me. I know somebody personally. I'm living with this guy. This guy can eat yamarita for 2 weeks straight, non-stop, like every day. Not to eat yamarita every day. They keep there. Now, that's what kills them is. Also, you see Baxo, he's running outside. Where's he going? Yamarita. I just clear something. I ate fruits today. After I begged Maxwell, buy fruits, please. Buy fruits. Help for life. Actually, say something. This is helping healthy living. That 800 naira fruit is actually OP. 800 naira fruit pack, OP. Actually, by you've seen the light.
OP. I've had
Next project is Waki as Spag. Okay.
their vibe.
We'll get there.
But I don't like spaghetti sour.
Oh my God.
Walking joke. You don't like spaghetti. I like spaghetti. I feel like I don't like spaghetti.
Can we actually just keep out of the room now?
Oh no, I don't like spaghetti, but I like macaroni. It's weird. I can't swear it's weird, but I like it. But Wonky just feels like you are not like
can swear you're like cultist.
no. I feel like the human being that was trying to beat Wonky made a mistake and then he just keep it from it. I just like honestly, look at it, you were trying. Even now, some foods are
And again, okay, on this. Okay, I mean, which kids? I'm not okay. Do you know what I just say?
We're very ambitious and
and something. It is a rich so I don't how you see Jappy Jewel be there to be there to be you. Bake up all of them.
I've actually said I mean,
Yeah, risky gotten
all these wishes in Christ glory. Amen. Somebody. Amen. Thank you.
anyway.
So if like the major food I eat in school, I have the worst diet in this room. I eat the most repetitive things. I just on different days. So if it's not waffles, if it's not chicken and chips, and if it's not what was suya and maybe rice and spag, I think that ends the list. Actually ends the list. And waffles, that ends the list. So like I know I'm the also invented ideas about my opinions about hype. And really worst part, you know what aches my heart?
Was
The way they come, that's how your mind actually is.
it's like I went to Yamarita. I went to Yamarita.
Hold on. I went to Lagos and he make that chicken. I saw the label that's Yamata. I'm like, is this what Yamata is supposed to be? And I they're not doing it in my school.
Okay, fair. I think everybody is super scared about this thing, but then you really have to put it in this way. A Covenant University, what other foods is as good as America?
Literally any
Like what? And already chuchu, rice, trash. Waki,
Hold on.
trash.
Hold on.
Waffle. No, that you have to be absolute. Forget it. You gotta be dogs, not to know how to be waffles. It's not that hard. So I'm not going to give waffles that they beat because boiling water. Like picking waffles is actually not that hard.
Yeah, it's everything no goes automatic.
That
The problem I would say about the rice is that
you don't have this there.
see
I've been taking different kinds of rice.
Yo,
Rice, they're really and it's inconsistent. It's inconsistent and it's terrible. White rice, terrible.
no, why?
After everybody that I know this one is going to be a big one to people. The Waji is actually quite bad. Let me explain why. I know everybody was cheating. But why would I buy a Waji? And it's looking like that solo sedimentation thing I did in primary school. Like you can already see the different videos of how technically you provide this.
Also, I've never bought this. I have no opinion.
I would actually take a picture of our post.
as someone that has
I'm seeing oil, I'm seeing stew, and I was in the water they use that beast, and it's clay. It's making settles is very, very clay. And I was like, one day, you know, give my dog to get the other people in there. I don't agree with me is that I'm thinking maybe because it's cheap. And everyone like, okay, this is actually something me. I can understand that. But yeah, weather is sunny. I can think yes, the weight speed, but let's look at these outside and things here. You see shawarma outside. I tasted shawarma. I was privileged to taste the American shawarma as I see it on Jack. I can tell you for a fact, this thing they're making is not shawarma. This is lettuce and the of course that we know and the ketchup that they know and of course that we know them. I know shawarma. That's trash.
what they actually it's really not.
I left see did I came back. When I tasted the first shawarma, I thought maybe it's a mistake. Yeah, but maybe guy was rushing, he just didn't rubbish. I think they get and I also did the one. It tasted the same. I'm like, what? This is trash.
Did you buy inside or outside?
But the one that is supposed to be the best cup.
No, inside.
I said cafe, chapu. I said chapu.
No, that's not the best shaman in school now.
The best shaman
Is outside the half.
I should.
yeah.
That's outside cup.
Okay, beside that, morning for our thing, pizza,
No cup has two inside and
inside and outside.
outside is
I think
I'm down. No, people just each a part of circumstance.
Example zone is just club.
Yeah, that is great. A lot of Japhet and Oreva comes together was and staff/nemesis. Don't agree with this.
No, I don't.
You know everything that method here. You know,
I don't have this. Did of the student has got to be through life. I would say
exactly.
you know that life doesn't necessarily so no, it's invalid.
And even if they have movie, I feel like it's just a sense of responsibility thing that, well, yes, actually, if you're moving on,
Let's moving on because there's nothing to say to me.
I'll drop this one and then we'll just move. And I think we're going to do this because of wherever. Reflections have so projected stress and voices, etc. Now calm down. I'm not here to say
I'll go next. I'll go next.
say that. Well, I would like to tell you that the deal has been clear. Like, I'm sorry, I have a friend, I can say she's reflections of our own fan. They just don't know it. She's not reflections, but she's so hyped for reflections. And even this girl knows are not. If we're talking about the Mochi guys, a lot of them have gone. Maybe right now, we'll talk about kids. Talk about that Jen girl that's like ballerina. They are still there. But the deep in like I don't see it and it but
It's not what I was
and wait, I understand that from Japanese standpoint of view, when you're watching them from a ministry point of view, you try to date ministers. But I had a administration one time like this where pastor was talking about the importance of actual skill ministry. They said choir is open to everybody. It doesn't necessarily mean everybody should join choir. Because some people feel like, okay, I sang in my church and I'm good. I want to join choir. Your voice may not be for full power. Like, how happens? Elevation church ministry, at this stage. Do you understand their screening process to enter their background? We know what I'm talking about. Their screening process to enter the background itself is rigorous. That's to tell you that they want the best. It's not about average, it's not about this. And we're talking about community university being one of the best universities in Africa, West Africa, and what's this growth. Everything about it has to be the best. Choir is good. I'm not going to get it. And I'm going to talk about the girl that actually researched today for the show. She was very well. Praise the Lord, she very
wherever you are,
I know
listen to
I love
you listen to this, you have a fan. You have a fan.
that's not voice. And that's what I'm thinking about. That's what you call skill. You can see it's quiet. I'm not saying don't say, but I love one Chido said it DLG. He said that before he couldn't dance. He trained, and he came out to dance. And now you wait for dancers. Me telling you that your voice is not up to par. It's not me trying to bring you down results. It's a challenge that you take and say, okay, I am not the best right now, but I can be the best. I'll put myself as a point of view. When I was in primary school, secondary school, I said a lot of guys played badminton. I was very trash. Like, we have been very, very, as in absolutely trash. And then one of my guys now saying, okay, let's play the game. Let's 21. I just was saying points. So 21-0. Oh, we got a flawless victory. I took it upon myself and I said, my last mission is to beat this guy at the same 21-0. And I can confidently tell you that before we entered year 7, that's just one. Before we entered our final year, I beat to 21-0 5 sets. That's 21-0, 21-0, 21-0 5 times. Do you know how I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can get to that. And badminton is even a sport that I can say is taking a lot of dedication and everything. But, like, you can get to that point where no matter how bad your voice is at this moment, get to that skill level. And, like, your ministry will be so, because church is no offense. If your voice is bad, you don't ministry to anybody. Because sound they are making service are annoying.
And do you know, I would also like to say something about that choir thing. You can't, if your voice is bad,
I already journalistic.
I have to say something both about choir and about reflections now. First, let me be brief about choir. If you can't sing, yeah, it's not even just a thing about you hear a lot of musicians, let's even just say contemporary world, people that sing worldly music. You hear that they have music coaches, like they have music teachers to teach them. Music is strategy. Music is formulas. If you don't know, music is formulas. It's not just I can sing. Like, people have vocal coaches. You get like they have vocal coaches to do. Why do you think a lot of people do like vocal practices before they go on stage? Because they have to be right. And another thing is that if you can't sing, yeah, choir is not just about singing. See, let me tell you, you can be a genius, right, in terms of playing an instrument, but the fact that anybody can play any instrument, just go and learn. Go and learn how to play sax. Go and learn how to play piano. Go and learn how to play violin. Go and learn. If you know you cannot sing, right, and you don't want to learn how to sing, go and learn how to play this thing. That's why you want to be in choir. Now let me go to reflections. This person said that, well, where's the comment? Reflections have stopped reflecting since 2020, 2021. Now, I came in the 2019, 2020 session. I joined Technical Crew. Shout out to Technical Crew, by the way. one of the best chaplaincy units.
Well, I have chaplaincy.
Yeah, I'm not doing a shout out. Okay, so
Yeah, I don't know to tell you. Where's you need to jump? It's only that. It's still just one body.
okay, chaplaincy one body. Okay,
First still.
so I joined TC 2019. Yeah, and one thing about TC is that I was exposed to the creative aspect of what goes on in chapel. Now, here's my problem that I have with reflections. Right, the first time I got to serve, and honestly, there's another thing of OGs. There's a place of OGs. When I joined senior men, when I joined TC in 2019, what I saw these guys do, I never noticed it until like I started consciously watching videos. I started seeing these things in movies. I started seeing these things in series. I started seeing these concepts everywhere I go. And I'm like, oh my God, these guys have talents. These guys have skills, like actual skills. So here came what they call this thing, Canu. My first ever Canu in Covenant University.
Yeah.
When I saw these OGs prepare, the level of creativity that they put into this thing was from another world. I can see, not just in the direction of the shots, in the way the dancers actually practiced the moves that they did. Some things you would think that, oh my God, am I in a step up movie? Am I actually in a step up movie? That's the problem that I have now with the current reflections. Where's your creativity going to? Like, you just bring it,
and it's not like what Joe. I don't like Joe. You like good criticism. Do you know what I'm saying? It's good criticism.
yeah,
Like, and I'm going to this may sound harsh. Do better. Like, it may sound very harsh, but do better. And like I promise, even you will get more testimonies from your working better. Now, I said something to my chaplaincy. I think it was Satsimi. I can't remember last year. He spoke about something about, to be honest, when you up your game in your service sheets, you just realize that there are more testimonies coming from your service.
yeah,
He said, to be honest, okay, we're going to take it. I can't remember, was it fast or something? We started something called new units that a lot of people were not aware of, but some of us were aware. It wasn't even an ESCO thing. It was just Sativa and a few guys. And so God made me. Within that 2 weeks we did it, we're just hearing J communion services happen, J communion services happen, J communion services happen, when I think communion happen. And it had never happened before. That I can see that consistent services, testimonies we're talking about communion. And that's once it was I prayed this, I did this, and that's fine. But there was so many consistent testimonies about communion. And that shows that, to be honest, when you up your service, when you like take your service not just serious, when you put in some effort that you usually put into, let's say, other things, it can change people's.
yeah. And that's one thing. That's another reason why I love working with CUTG so much. Do you remember 7 Deadly Sins? Do you know how many
How to reference that?
Do you know how many testimonies came from 7 Deadly Sins? That was what they call a ministration. Like,
Yeah.
it touched people. Like, it actually touched people. Like,
How does it go, man?
you need like the level of creativity for 7 Deadly Sins was just on another level.
And it was a serious thing. And a lot who actually looking, a lot who came to chapel service looking forward to,
Like, seeing TG's presentation. I can't remember the last time anybody said ministration here. I can't remember the last time anybody said they're looking forward to reflections ministration. And let me know even like,
so
yeah, not an insult. Last ministration they had, please, what was the song you guys picked? Like, let's be honest. I did.
wait, well, I think the first one of Joy,
I don't even remember because
no, I don't remember that song. No, I generally like that song.
I don't feel like sometimes like the songs you pick, like, let it also, the whole ministration,
That's
like the whole thing.
very sure. That's
I'll be very fast, so that it actually touches me because like being a TC, you get to see the breakdown of how all these things happen when you go for practice with them. Like, so I'm just like, okay, how will it turn out on the D-Day? Then the D-Day comes down and I'm seeing something different that I'm like, I can't even organize my shots. Like, I can't put any creative ideas in mind because you are just all over the place. Do you get?
perfect enough. Okay, so we're going to
On that topic here, like I have a very, let's say strong opinion, but I have many sides to it. Actually, so like you guys, your opinions are valid, but being exposed to the intricacies of how, let's say, any administration, both reflection, CTG choir, speaking of those guys, how they come to play. There's something I'm not super confident I'm allowed to say here.
Okay.
But here's this very scanty breakdown. It's more or less like excellence should always, be in whatever we are doing.
Yeah.
And then no matter what, I give it up to reflections that the effort is always there.
Yeah.
And not just the effort, but then like the intent, go with the understanding that.
Of course, respect for that.
Respect, and without respect to them.
So for me, it's like it happened in CTG. Like even for just how we shot as a unit. there was a chaplain who gave us an award for the most unified unit. And there's this thing where when some very excellent people go, or people who need something standards when they go, who like people that are like, coming behind.
Yeah, but what can you bring back?
There's such a like height that has been placed.
Exactly. Like a bar that they have to reach.
That they have to reach any people's minds. So it's like you cannot fault, and to say that people in 100 and 100 level will have your opinions of 100 and 100 level about reflections now. When you know what you've seen, do you understand?
Yeah, I understand.
So there are many sides to it I'm not allowed to talk about, but then again,
Yeah.
it's a lot, sure.
It says a lot, but like
About the unification, the unified units.
Yeah.
That's a topic for another day.
yeah,
Because if I want to dwell on service units, I can get things to be angry. Because I would like a friend spoke to me about something, and to be very honest, this is the that's a challenge to all service units. Like, and this is something that guys from my school will understand. And I'll just say this and I'll stop. Back to Bethel. I think it was very interesting. Honestly, God bless that team, because I think he broke some tables. In fact, there's no about shaking tables. He broke some tables some people cannot understand. Go back to your service units and ask some questions why. Communion units don't have pre-service on Sundays, right? Decoration units have pre-service every service, right? They don't have every service. We don't have every service. I asked somebody why. Person was like, that I would have been for a very long time. I'm like, do you know some origin of your unit? Ask yourself that, because a lot of the time you walk in ignorance because you err sometimes because you have ignorance and you just don't want to know, or you never just thought about this. Like certainly did some things in community that and I was there for one semester. So imagine people that were there for the full session. That was sometimes I saw things I'm like, this and this speak to you guys. Maybe it's because I had like a personal relationship with him or something. But like some things you need to go back and ask. Because like I promise you, if you understand the origin of this thing, you'll be like this. Like, yes, there's biblical and spiritual like essence. But if you understood, I love P1 Million. I asked is it former president of P1 Million? History guy gave me, is it guy or I can't remember. Person gave me everything, full story. I understand that this kind of human being, passing down generations, P1 Million would really see. Because when you understand your identity, it's great. It's not just about you understand communion. Do you understand this or how communion has been? Do you understand history or how TC has been? Sometimes I feel like TC, go to Mr. Peter, ask him, how did TC before?
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like when you go back to Bethel and you fully understand how people have grown, how things have passed. Because I was certainly told you something, he said that in this everything, he's the first person to actually stop secular music. I know it's not something that's supposed to be really there, but people just come community, just secular music, playing they like loudly. If you find again, it's like it's not even both. You can't be there until now. It doesn't happen. He changed units, and that's something.
No, never before.
And that's something that you cannot do before. I'm not. In fact, it could have been a rule, but nobody just remembered. So what I do was I mean, leave the person. Do you get what I'm saying? So if you look at, if I ask you, okay, who initially wrote this thing? You know, human being, nobody knows. You understand why they wrote the rules? You know, they said when the purpose of it being,
using every show.
So when history or something is not appeasing, you don't even know. All right, so we have to move on. This one is for Japhet, because it's chaplaincy boy.
Or that.
This one is Japhet. Chaplaincy boy is
on my setup.
chicken breaker. Farm. I know that was head. We don't have a head. And he will put the I'm going to try to make it as very real as possible.
This last one I beg.
Yeah, this is going to be the last one. He before we case the podcast, he spoke about something about chaplaincy people being complete. They're not really complete, but I don't agree with it.
Like, no, like the perspective people have of us.
Exactly. From people's perspective, people have the chaplaincy guys have their life together.
Like, I know, it's not even that have. They look like,
yes.
I know, you would think, you would see one girl lead prayer, and because she prays, you would think that she's doing well in her cup.
Yeah.
You would think, and if she's fine, if she's not fine, where to help you? If she's not fine again, like, fine. Come on.
Dresses well.
Everything.
Boys, start shit. Don't nothing.
No, well, it's not like people just automatically put on this pedestal that like you figure out life. And in reality, and when it goes well for you. And not just that, there is a scripture that says, "Do not be unequally yoked with unbelievers." It's why in the body of Christ there are some topics like, let's say, whether it's marry an unbeliever or not. You need to feel that majority, some things like let's say what's the word? Things like, can't remember. Okay, things like people having to, like a believer wanting to date a Muslim. Do not be unequally yoked. They don't just mean in your Christian beliefs, they mean in your general perspective, understanding of life, and to an extent. So there's a certain level of grounding that, like, let's say for me now, there's a certain level of not even spiritual stature, but then there's a certain level of understanding in the faith that I would require from whoever I'm going to want to partner with for the rest of my life. Because a lot of chaplaincy people, at least people that I know, my personal people, my friends, people I relate to, it's never just my service members, but quite a number of people, because I do know a lot of people. We have marriage in view. We don't just see dating as, let's see how it goes. Like, if I say this jokingly, but people don't know how serious I am. I date somebody now, that's my wife. I don't have time to be playing around. So that's the way we already see ladies. So I pity you. I identify one. I don't know what I think. Identify all ones, but breast. You're right. I didn't get all the pictures. Just. I is all mine, and I buy the rich child. What we all is like, no, it's not only one. And just you're just still there. Because having marriage in view, when somebody who doesn't have this ideology tries, whether or not the person is fine as ticked on the box, there are certain things we call negotiables and non-negotiables. So I'm a chaplaincy boy. Non-negotiables, like, okay, I'm like, I meet a girl on the road for the first time. I shoot my shots. I ask a few questions. Do this. Are you believe her? She's like, she don't, and she tells me something as funny as, I don't believe every part of the Bible. I don't know. I'm not having a conversation after that. So that's the end. So there's nothing like. So the way I'm already built is, and for me to even like somebody, I'm somewhat of a sapiosexual. Like, there's mental attractiveness matters to me a lot. So your ability to hold the conversation. Like your ability to hold a conversation, how intricate, sometimes articulate you are. I'm not even the most articulate any person, but it's just something I find very attractive.
I'm articulate.
First.
I don't, yeah, we all are has now, so that is something needs to say what, yeah.
Well, sorry, boss, there are certain things, I would not want to be found with. Yeah. Like, I can't be having some conversations with the person I want to be with again, like on the topic of secular music. That's the conversation we should be having. You're talking about reality, like how long maybe you want to pray to see God's will better in school or the F. Like, my mindset is already far above what the most basic, non-believer is thinking about. So when a boy likes a chaplaincy girl, and then like they are getting along so far so good, and then the girl is like, I like you, you're a very fine boy, but then there are certain characteristics you don't have. And it's not like, if you were already here, but I cannot say I want to train you because iron sharpens iron. And evil company corrupts good manners. If your boyfriend says he's not going for communion service, okay, let me just take you to camp and buy food and take you to your hall. That sounds good. It's a good thing, Abby. But in retrospect, it's a very bad thing because he's taking you from God, the presence of God. So do you get what I'm talking about? Yeah. So even now in chaplaincy versus chaplaincy now, like they say chaplaincy boy breaking chaplaincy girls' hearts. It's not less a thing like they are now levels. Their levels have grown too. I'm past some baby things. I'm not the type of believer to listen to pray in chapel. I'll come back to my hall and start listening to secular music. And to be honest, not all secular songs are bad. Just for this divide, because I think
Japhet has explained that there are songs of that morally right.
If you go for a wedding and the song is like, okay, for example, Pastor Nigerian, or I'm using as example, people I'm very Pastor Nigerian follows John Angel on Instagram. John Angel is a very clean. He said it himself. He's a very clean artist. Even by his lifestyle, you can see he's clean. I've never seen him smoke. No vulgar words in whatever I sing, but basically, that's that. Well, no secular songs about. But then I'm not going to be praying or listening to Theophilus Sunday in chapel, and I'm coming back to my house to listen to quote and unquote Japhet and Oreva, because clearly I know where I want to be.
Yes.
So when there will now be some chaplaincy girls who, they just enter the faith, but they still have habits they are trying to conquer. But if I associate myself with them, there's a very high tendency. You see, it's much easier to get negative habits and positive ones. Do you understand? Yeah. So that's why the Bible says to flee from every appearance of evil. You actually run. The emphasis on the flee there is so much so that you can see the urgency to make sure that you are very far from it. So if I don't want to be found with someone who to, let's say, people who are already on my fellow colleagues who are on my, let's say, spiritual like level or standard, will even see me and think, before I'm being this person, I'm already compromising. Because like it or not, from the I'm not even asking about what people think or not, but there's just this going to be this, not even the narrative, but little by little, you don't know when to start creeping in. And that's what the problem is. So chaplaincy boy is breaking chaplaincy girls' hearts. They are not chaplaincy people with wrong motives, with how they talk to girls. Because some of my chaplaincy boys,
girls' daughters are actually very beautiful. So many boys enter chaplaincy just to get chaplaincy.
And not just that, why? Certain level of vulnerability with being a spiritually not high person, but like any female do something spiritually as a boy, they are so vulnerable to you. And people push on it and act on it. Do you understand?
Yes.
So there's a lot of intricacies with, but at least on a very plain level of don't be unequally with non-believers. Things are just can't be found, with certain people.
I've seen it, and which is the last one. This father, I know I did that to be the last one, but this is so much. Okay, so I'm not saying this. This is my area. This is my area. Okay, here. Really, everything is my area. Yeah, I'm not. I'm not even on this. Don't talk about it.
Tell us.
I was there's people that okay. I have the opinion that a lot of people certainly really realize that meanwhile the last year like a too really for relation. Interestingly though, you don't have the last year so that's being. I think my leadership and my own in fact I gotta say a lot of things get here and very much bottles out. A lot of things that's okay, let me start it down to just today. And the guy you do that job it needs which starts to have money when it says money. I'm not out of your words you, but yeah, I'm not going to worry you. There's things like you buy choose any doctors of matter about I see. Can I go keep bounty is my life, not even my life, is my life, and I still see. Don't know how that I don't know what to go here. So don't laugh that I see more them. When you most bring everything will be bad enough. You reverse surprise how everything just got. I think you know what see you just like you're ready and you rock on me. You're ready. So you don't wait to listen. But that is it for me. And I need to bring in that or why don't we that I see for around the Robinson. And I did that to somebody there 3 days.
I'm so sorry to caution, but not just lifestyle, accommodating people, but balance.
Yeah,
balancing. Like, are you on stability as a human being? It's not just emotionally, mentally, and sorry, it's not just money wise, but in like overall balance. Like not like those are
we know you have to go to meet. So those things in this I told you earned you are healing from a relationship and I think you're trying a little bit of psychology. Let me get to me more. But okay, this is a commission. Healing is that you are damaged and you're trying to get about some steam. So on the other like people about there's 0, there's minus.
Yeah.
Now when you has yes to 10. When I said I don't really look at it like 10.
Yeah, like how you feel. How you already
now you're cool. You're not to beat yourself personally.
Yeah.
Imagine that there's good album minus. You're not to say where there's build yourself. So you don't think walk down me. You need to get stable. Then you build.
Yeah.
Every other personal development. Yet you see your boundaries and your heart's envy. It's for me extra boards. Just loving. You're not doing medical development. You're sitting level. Because if you want to by the time you now thinking, and now develops. And then you're all those, you're not going to have city. That's like you tell us you're actually about your ex. You don't want to see why this won't be that mean you won't see it.
you see.
Now, some of the dots that damage causing bad, which especially hard on you, could be a problem. But let's do that. Now, the last one is the conjunction. Let's just get out. I don't necessarily see you down school abroad, and the rest of guys don't care about students. They just keep just keep out in suits. Okay, let's take the
first one. I think we have a unified opinion.
Yeah.
I would. Everything I know now. I'm doing my first degree in CU. I'm not talking about masters. First degree in CU. I'm not trading for the 8 reward.
Yeah, because honestly. And this is something that this decision my father made, which I will always respect and be grateful for. See, it's helping my character development. I can't even like
harder.
And for me, the fact that such a place is one of the one of the most beautiful things is the grounds to grow spiritually and understand the spiritual perspectives of life is something I would never trade for the world. For it was here that I met Jesus, and ladies and gentlemen, it was the most beautiful thing you could ever do. But the fact that this environment is so curated for your spiritual growth is one of the most beautiful things. It's one of the things I'm most grateful for. So I'm not. This is something I'm talking about so much. You have a bad opinion on this.
Well, that's one. I want to be there. I don't know if when I don't know if
We have 6 1 hours. Stop now.
what's that word? Anyhow, so the talking really just really bad. Okay, so then Carl, guys, don't get shut up after this. Instead of people get it off. I did listen. No, whether they also did it wrong with you. I'm wrong with you. I was supposed to wrong. Not even wrong. I didn't this you know people why I supposed to go away go. And I'll tell you this. You editing any that was shot. Chabesi, there's there below station that they all the way will save. Let me tell you something. When it's save, it is impossible for you to be proud. If you're proud and you're telling you go with a son with you save. How does it is that say you matter you save? Can you say about proud?
No.
This is seven. In there to help people. I love those help to make their lives easier. I hope you think. And I told them today, I think really why not cooperate with me social all the time. My job as the saying is the most like it is not for going to make your life easier. I didn't do it as you said it was difficult. I sat around 3 hours one day to find 5 ways to make that task easier. That's the service. It is not just about I have the yes, power comes with the part of the mission. You did it, I was fine. And this is really just I won't continue any mistake about it. I don't know, first thing also, I'm looking at also. But you have to be willing to say this. Your life change. Because really, when you say people, the people will work for you. That's like,
Yeah, but
when you serve people will work to be
all right,
work.
my major take on this whole student council P is I think I was of this school of thoughts, I think like 100 level, 20 level, we didn't rate them. We were student council, we were discussing to us, we don't care, we don't want to know, just get out of our face. But here's the thing, getting to know and then, growing in character, understanding, how positions and leadership works, by privilege of this to, some leadership positions. Especially in school, like, see, I think we said it for the podcast now, the fact that the student council, at least of our school, they are not the most individually flexible to do the things that they want to do. If only they enter with wrong motives to do the things that are like, okay, I enter with wrong motive, but I have always wanted to do this if I was here. There are many constraining that would so limit even when they get to do the expressiveness of it. So I respect them a lot more because I feel like it's one of the most difficult things to ever do. Is communal university. I found this. Whether or not it's even executive council or just student leadership, it is one of the most difficult things to do.
Because the majority of the people that you come to meet in quotes don't like him already. Because first of all, they actually didn't. First of all, they didn't choose you. And I did that other problem. First of all, they didn't choose you. I have to start them. And I have to learn them. So like with the mindset of somebody that hasn't like grown in kind of understanding that we have, this is just an hope basically. It's just somebody that management planted to come and it's just an hope basically. This is just somebody that management gave, like he's sending to come and ruin my life. Like, why is the student council? I remember one time like this, we're supposed to do sanitation. This guy, our whole rep, told us that we should park our dustbin, park the road dustbin. This guy made us like my entire floor because I was the only one that part of the road. He made
level.
Remember now, middle.
I bet if I wake up
The entire hall, we had to park the whole door
before they open.
Everybody else was doing the other. What are you doing now? I was trying to beg boys come out. No boy,
I'm not interested.
Can't even care. Anybody do fight. This guy had to call to actually drive us to park those, everybody's wing. Like it didn't even make sense anymore. And I felt I was like, why is this guy being an op? Like, broski, just look away. But then I was like, yes, because then like,
well then now our mindset has changed. Responsibility, a certain perspective, much better perspective.
it takes me like
If I see same people not doing what they are
always expected of you, like this is bare minimum.
bare minimum. So like So basically, student council guys, biggest respect to you guys. And thing is that
Like, we understand we are having a pretty. It's right. The thing is that
they have all, like if you share some of them, like I remember something like a personal friend Mufokwe, she was she had like she was VCF in I think final year from the level, and then like all the plans, the visions, the everything, trying so hard to put it together, but then life just did not allow.
it's not even just life, and
Like and I give myself this example. I think I don't know, but I think Covenant University was one of the very first universities to do the TEDx, the school itself, and then that was done in that, and that was something like I feel like she really spearheaded. So it's now weird to now say that they did not do anything. Now the people who did not recognize the value of TEDx, myself included, as at then, would not see it as a big deal. I would say they've done nothing. So the majority of this is all about perspective.
yeah.
Even I didn't even understand the value of TEDx. We're saying I should pay 35 about I Senem King. I didn't know Senem King then. I didn't know Tomike. Even Tomike that I know her now, but I don't like of the things I'm used to. She's just a presenter, an honorary person. I'm not really. I have not changed over musician and I don't know her. But Senem King, someone I now respect, in the content creation space. One of the I was here,
Like he was on a film.
who do not know his value, don't know. So whoever was just and then is that you cannot blend, you cannot force people's perspective to understanding what goes on in leadership. Same thing for the Nigerian government. Whether or not Tinubu is the worst government, whatever people would have to say, you cannot say that even if he has a wrong motive, you understand like the person was not trying to do something. Oh, okay. So that's different. But then like I'm not the opinion like okay, yeah, it's true, it's actually different because this is like this color of practice. Yeah, it's called
Like they have that really tight.
not like guys are really tight. They are just certain things they can't just do. Sometimes see, sometimes it's not even whether they can do it or not. Is to get the approval, to get something done.
I think this person that said it also, this is where this comes in. Like they are just kiss asses is because of that lack of independence. See, let me tell you what student council is. It is a body under authority, just as we are under authority. But this time they are not trying to represent. They are both in privileged. They are both in some kind of other things. But yeah, they are still under authority. So now I'll say there's nothing else you can.
Since everybody are close, where everybody here is having school market just easy also. Okay, say it out. No, about like me and easy also. But I'll see you. And I found people talk about quality policy. I say about you by as well go to university in show. Anybody who wants to go to this now serious on like let's see serious.
Osman said it now in Game of Thrones because we are his power.
This is we are the one goes out in the far. If you have started you as a secret to news, I'll leave you as well, that's all the but coming up I was big of the process to get elected is really goals. I'll give because just more distributed. You guys have seen me, congratulations. I think said by one of the what's it, AGL. So AGL at the angel, this is all the shit as a group. But
wait, you believe in your capacity, but it's like your first leadership.
Well, say that.
And yeah, you actually not
said it was all of it.
you're allowed and respected. So we expect good things from your regime.
So thank you guys for listening.
Yeah.
Sounds like the last podcast.
How long has this been?
Wow,
Is this your longest podcast?
this was storm.
Oh,
I thought it was you.
well, you know, where we have another time to record, let's try and equal that because there's a lot to talk about Canada life. Let's try and equal that.
See you.
Next. Hey. Bye, guys.
Bye.